Welcome to This Explainer. If you're an agency owner, you already know that thrill of landing a new client, right? It's that immediate rush of excitement. But you probably also know the absolute dread that can follow when you realize, oh no, my team is already stretched completely thin. Suddenly, that exciting win feels like a massive weight on your shoulders. Managing these growing workloads while trying to maintain the exact same level of high quality, honestly, it's one of the biggest, most friction-filled challenges agencies face today. You start wondering if you even have the bandwidth or if your team is just going to burn out trying to hit another crazy deadline. But what if scaling didn't have to mean compromising your standards? Today, we're unpacking 7 proven practices that allow you to scale your WordPress development seamlessly. Okay, let's dive into this. It's the classic paradox of growth. As your project volumes increase and client expectations naturally continue to evolve, making sure that every single website meets your agency's high standards becomes incredibly difficult. Taking on more clients often leads to stretched internal teams, rushed timelines, and ultimately deliverables that are just inconsistent. It's a terrifying question to ask, but a really necessary one. Is your agency's growth actually hurting the quality of the work you deliver? The pain points of this paradox are pretty stark. On one side, you've got a struggling internal team. When they're trying to juggle multiple projects simultaneously, they get overworked, quality starts to slip, and you end up with a high rate of really costly client revisions. It's just a vicious cycle of stress. But on the other side, you have the alternative, a white label partner. This route offers true structural reliability through established workflows, highly repeatable processes, and dedicated experts who do literally nothing but build sites all day. It completely removes the bottleneck. So, what exactly is the mechanism to fix this whole scaling dilemma? Well, it's white label WordPress website development. This simply means outsourcing your WordPress development services to a specialized, dedicated team that operates entirely under your agency's brand. It's an incredibly smart way to expand your service capabilities without going through the massive headache and overhead of increasing your internal staff. You don't have to worry about recruiting, training, or managing new developers, because to your clients, it's all you. And this brilliantly illustrates how successful agencies are solving this exact problem today. They don't try to reinvent the wheel, and they definitely don't just brute force their way through the workload. Instead, they collaborate with experienced expert partners, such as ViralChili, to bring in these specialized workflows. By plugging an industry leader like ViralChili right into their operations, agencies instantly strengthen their development quality and scale smoothly. ViralChili's specific methodologies act as a gold standard here, ensuring consistent, top-tier results no matter how complex or high-volume the projects get. Let's take a quick look at the roadmap for today's explainer. We'll be covering the agency scaling dilemma, the white label solution, planning for perfect execution, coding, testing, and optimization, communication and ongoing support, and finally, building your agency reputation. All right, let's start with that first big hurdle. Section 1. The agency scaling dilemma, or the paradox of growth. The concept of quality can sometimes feel a bit abstract, but the stakes here are incredibly tangible. Your clients expect websites that are visually stunning, technically sound, highly secure, and optimized for absolute peak performance. They are trusting you with their digital storefront. Even a minor inconsistency across projects can severely damage client satisfaction and really tarnish that hard-earned reputation of your agency. Missing the mark literally hurts your business and puts a ceiling on your future growth. Moving on to Section 2, the white label solution and accessing dedicated specialists. Listen, consistent quality simply does not happen by accident. It requires meticulous design and execution. Leveraging a white label partner like ViralChili provides incredible operational benefits because their entire business model is built around precision. These dedicated specialists follow established workflows, they strictly enforce quality control procedures, and they create repeatable development processes. Because teams like ViralChili do this day in and day out, they drastically reduce errors and consistently improve project outcomes. You're essentially plugging your agency into a perfectly tuned, high-end development assembly line. Which brings us to Section 3, planning for perfect execution. This is Phase 1, the blueprint. So the crucial point is this. Quality actually starts way before a single line of code is ever written. Here are the first 2 of our 7 practices, and they are absolutely foundational. Step 1 is to establish standardized development processes. Without a strictly documented workflow from start to finish, the kind experts like ViralChili have perfected, confusion reigns and errors just multiply. Step 2 is to create detailed project requirements before development even begins. This means gathering precise functionality needs, design expectations, and performance targets right out of the gate. By doing this, developers can make informed decisions from day one, and you prevent those massively costly revisions later on. Let's jump into Section 4, Coding, Testing, and Optimization. Welcome to Phase 2, the Build. Practice number 3 is performing continuous quality assurance testing. Testing absolutely must be integrated throughout the entire build timeline. We're talking checking functionality one week, responsive design the next, then browser compatibility, and finally performance. It cannot be an afterthought. Waiting until launch date to identify bugs or broken links, that is a guaranteed recipe for disastrous delays and really angry clients. A proactive, phased QA approach ensures website reliability step by step, meaning that final reveal to your client is smooth, impressive, and totally stress-free. Practice number 4 is strictly following WordPress development best practices. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how these standards guarantee long-term stability. We all know WordPress offers incredible flexibility, but let's be honest, that flexibility can be dangerous without proper guardrails. Adhering to strict coding standards, managing plugins smartly so they don't bloat the site, implementing robust security, and optimizing the database, these aren't just tech buzzwords. These specific standards guarantee that the websites you deliver perform reliably and remain easy for the client to update in the future. It's about building a solid foundation, not just a pretty facade. Moving right along to practice number 5. Implementing performance optimization as a standard process. You simply cannot treat site speed as an afterthought in today's digital landscape. Expert white label teams like Viral Chili utilize highly specific techniques to guarantee speed. Things like deep image compression, intelligent caching implementation, clean code optimization, and database improvements. Why does this matter so much? Because research consistently shows that slow loading sites absolutely kill conversions and ruin search visibility. Implementing these exact practices directly results in the lightning-fast loading speeds that your clients and the search engines absolutely demand. Section 5, Communication and Ongoing Support. We've reached Phase 3, the Beyond. Quality is a long-term commitment, guys. It's not just a temporary launch day metric. And this brings us to our final 2 practices. Number 6, maintaining consistent communication and documentation. And number 7, utilizing ongoing maintenance. Structured communication keeps everyone informed and records all those vital technical decisions to prevent any major misunderstandings down the road. Meanwhile, continuous, ongoing maintenance, like proactive plugin updates and constant security monitoring, ensures the site stays perfectly secure. Getting continuous technical support from a dedicated partner like Viral Chili preserves all your agency's hard work indefinitely, and frankly, it keeps your clients happy long after launch. Finally, Section 6, building your agency reputation. Let's talk about the payoff. Let's map out the real dual value of adopting these 7 structured, partner-supported practices. On the agency side, you gain massive internal efficiency. Because you're relying on optimized workflows, your team spends significantly less time putting out fires, correcting mistakes, and managing endless revisions. This direct reduction in wasted hours, it instantly boosts your profitability. And on the client side, they experience unwavering reliability and a highly polished final product, which leads to huge satisfaction and much stronger retention. It's just a perfect feedback loop. Internal efficiency and client satisfaction feed directly into sustainable, long-term growth for your agency. We've covered the growing pains, the strategic solution, and the 7 crucial practices to ensure flawless execution. So, I want to leave you with this final, really important thought. Is your agency ready to scale without compromise? You genuinely don't have to choose between taking on more lucrative clients and delivering high-quality work. By stepping away from those internal bottlenecks and fully embracing a dedicated expert partner like Viral Chili to handle the heavy lifting, you can confidently build your reputation and your bottom line at the exact same time. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and hey, here's to your agency's seamless growth.